Hey guys, hoping all is well with everybody. In this video we're going to be continuing part 2 of Barry and the Monks from Heroic Dogs by Lou Jefferson. As always, I'll be showing you any pictures that we come across, but please feel free to follow along. The Newfies. Why did Barry become so famous and so many of his exploits weren't true? First of all, he was a wonderful rescue dog. But soon after his death, there was a period of terrible avalanches that killed most of the hospice dogs. Barry was really one of the last of his breed, and all his exploits and legends of the breed were given to him. Thinking it would help survival of future dogs, the hospice bred the original dog with Newfoundlands, thinking the Newfie's long hair would help keep the dogs warmer. What happened was the long hair was a disaster. The hair froze and made the dogs even more susceptible to the cold. Barry was really one of the last of his breed. While some of the original dogs remained, they were bred with other breeds to create today's St. Bernard dog. The St. Bernard. The hospice dogs weren't called St. Bernards until the Swiss Kennel Club established the breed in 1880. The past and present breed of St. Bernards is much different from Barry. Even the current stuffed Barry had cosmetic surgery in 1923. The skin had fallen into pieces. But during the procedure, Barry's head was made bigger in an attempt to make him appear more like the St. Bernard of that time. And even since 1923, the breed continued to change. If Barry were put side to side with a modern St. Bernard, you would not think they were the same breed. Barry weighed somewhere between 90 and 100 pounds. Modern St. Bernards weigh between 140 and 190 pounds. Barry had longer legs, shorter hair, and a longer tail. And Barry did not have that huge jowly face and shaggy hair that we associate with St. Bernards today. Much has been written about the breeds of dogs that created today's St. Bernard. Most today accept that monks started with the local farmer dog, or Sennenhunds. The Sennenhunds are thought to have come from the time the Romans were in the area. These dogs had a red-brown coat similar to Barry's. Then breeds most often suggested to have been crossed with the local dog in the 1800s include the Alpine Spaniel, Pyrenean Mountain Dog, Leonberger, Newfoundland, and many Mastiff breeds. So there's a couple of pictures here. The one on the left is the original or normal everyday looking St. Bernard. The top picture on the right is the picture of the Barry after his plastic surgery. And then the bottom picture on the right is the stuffed preserved Barry after he had passed away. Okay. The hospice and its dogs today. Time passed. In addition to the changing face of the dogs themselves, other changes were made at the hospice. The building during Barry's time was constructed in 1560. The newer building was added in 1898. The following year, the monks built a hotel. The hotel was opposite the hospice on the same site, but is in Italy, not Switzerland. The monks hired a separate company to provide the hotel services while they continued offering more sparse lodging for travelers. A carriage road was constructed over the pass in 1906, passing between the hospice buildings. A year later, a paved road was constructed that skirts by the buildings. It's the third highest road in Switzerland. There are now two lives at the hospice. From June to mid-October, large tour buses stop. The tiny hotel is open. It has 27 family rooms, and it's a definite touristy vibe to the area. But during the remaining months, nature prevails. The road is closed. The hotel is closed. The hospice remains open and accessible to the hardy souls who come by ski and snowshoe. The monks are still there, though just a few are there full-time. The monastery provides respite for other monks. What about the dogs? St. Bernard dogs are no longer used for rescue. The area now uses helicopters and heat sensors to find people lost or buried in snow. The St. Bernard is too heavy a dog to lower to rescue sites from the air. The hospice continued to house dogs at the mountain site until 2004, when the upkeep of the dogs and the building were too much for the monks. The dogs were sold to a charitable group, Barry Foundation, which keeps the dogs during the winter at their museum in Martigny, and brings some of them up to the hospice in the summer. To pay for their upkeep, tourists can schedule walks with the dogs year-round. A half-hour walk costs almost $50 for an adult. And that is the end of the story of Barry and the Monks. I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and I look forward to seeing you in our next story of heroic dogs. It's called Stubby and Convoy. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take good care.